We have one injury after yesterday's game, and that's Jared Valdir. He's in the protocol for concussion. Other than that, we're pretty clean. So, again, we're very, very fortunate. So we'll see about him as the week proceeds.
Coach, Billy Turner did filling in for his place, and if Valdir isn't able to go, will Billy Turner be the guy to get the start?
Yes, he would be the guy. I felt great about Billy. No one talked about him, so that's a good sign. But we have great depth at the O-line position, so I wasn't surprised he played well. We've got Billy, we've got Max Stress, and those two guys play as starters, so I wasn't concerned at all.
Coach, Bill Musgrave called some pretty creative plays there in the second half. What do you think about how he called the game, and if you can?
I thought Billy had a great plan from spot one. In the first half, we didn't stop him enough on defense to give Billy enough chances, but he had those same plays ready for the first half. But you have to have opportunities. In the first half, I think the possession time was 20. Oakland, and we had 9. So that's not very good. As far as a football team.
Coach, you talked about the younger players here. I know it's only 2 games in it, but it seems even in high-stress situations, they're making the right decisions at the right times.
Absolutely, they are. I mean, our young guys who are playing for us, they're all qualified. They're all smart guys, and they're well coached. And that's huge. To have Zach Azzani coaching those young receivers and Curtis Mockins coaching their young halfbacks, and they're being coached and pushed every day. And obviously, with game time and more experience, they're going to play better for us. But I've been really impressed with this entire class, how they've played for us, in the last 2 games.
Excuse me, Coach. With the way that Philip Lindsay has played and setting a record for all-purpose yards for an undrafted free agent after his first 2 games, is there a thought of moving him up the depth chart, maybe even making him the starter?
No, because it doesn't matter. Our deal with that room, it's more of game plan. Okay, it's what they do best. It's more who has the hot hand that day, so we don't have to make a depth chart change to give him more carries or to give Royce more carries or to give Book more opportunities. It's really what we do, and to have 3 guys who are all different, it's really tough on defenses. So he can be the 3 and still get 10 touches or 12 or 14, or, Book can be the 2 and still gets 7 or 8, so it doesn't matter who's the starter.
How much, you've played the position, how much can it help a team's psyche knowing they have a quarterback who can win late and play his best when the alarms are blaring?
That's huge for a football team because it gives you hope. Even yesterday after the first penalty, we're 1st and 20, and everyone thought that we had a chance to win because of Case. And again, to watch him battle the first half and to throw a bad pick in the high red zone and come back in the second half and have four straight scoring drives and to make the plays he made on 3rd downs. He made 3 or 4 big-time throws on 3rd downs, and it gives you hope. It gives the defense hope, the coaches hope, it gives the fans hope, and he's proven to be a winner. So that's the first trait you want for your quarterback.
As you're looking for places where this team can improve, is starting faster in the first quarter one of those areas you're focused on?
Yeah, you want to start faster. I thought yesterday defensively that we didn't play aggressive enough in the first half, and that's on me. This offense obviously poses problems because they come in with a lot of different weapons, a lot of different matchup issues. And I thought defensively that we were too cautious about number 30, number 12, number 87, number 89, the running back. So we played way too cautious. Our defense is based on rushing 5, playing press man coverage, and in the first half we didn't do that. And it showed we were really non-aggressive, and they took advantage of us. In the second half, we got more aggressive, and it showed, and we played better. But that's on me.
Has there been any different system in place as far as with the injury staying healthy? It's very unusual to be so clean.
Yeah, I think we're partly lucky, but I think Lauren Landau's done a great job with our team as far as how we train and how we lift, and obviously the trainers, Greek and Vince, they do a great job with our guys of having recovery Friday and keeping guys healthy, and how we practice during the week also helps that. Obviously Wednesdays is our helmet day, and we have our big full day on Thursday, but it's contact, but it's not taken to the ground. So I think this practicing smart, how we train, how we treat our players is the key, but it's football, so some of it's luck.
Let's follow up on the defense with Derek Carr throwing so quickly.
Yeah.
What can your pass rush do? Could they have been more aggressive?
Nothing. He held the ball twice, and we got 2 sacks, right? So at halftime, he was 18 for 19, and it was really quick passes. So that falls back on the corners, okay? We have to press the receivers because if he holds the ball, we know that we can get pressure. If it comes out quick and we're 7, 8 yards off, it's going to be a completed ball, and he's going to fall for 5 or 6. So our corners have to play with great confidence all the time, and obviously play press coverage. With our pass rush as a corner, I mean, you should have confidence that if he's throwing a 9 ball or a 7 ball or a deep in cut, that our pressure will get there. But we were really too soft, I guess I should say, at corner. With our coverage.
How frustrating was that? Because they still made 6 plays at 20 yards or longer, even though you were playing off.
Yeah, and one play was a crossing route that we blew the coverage. I think one play was a catch and run by the tight end. Again, a mental error. So it wasn't the physical stuff that I was concerned about with those big plays. That was more mental errors, and we got to fix that.
About Tremaine got more playing time, looked like we replaced Adam at one
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
What was the?
Adam was a little tight, in the second half. So Brock came in and played for him. Obviously he's only been here now, 3 weeks, so he has to get in football shape. And that's half of Adam's problem right now.
What do you mean by a little tight?
Hamstrings.
Okay.
Hamstrings, a little tight in hamstrings. But so he didn't feel great. So we took him out and put Brock in.
Involved with the play calling defensively at halftime or during the game, because you have that background too. Did you get involved, say, hey, I
Yeah.
want this to change?
I'm always involved. I'm always involved with the play calling on defense. So obviously, again, it starts with me as far as how we call the defense and being aggressive. But again, this offense posed a lot of problems as far as matchups. And sometimes as a coach, you can over game plan and make your guys really non-aggressive. But it starts with me. I mean, our defense again is based on rushing and covering and being aggressive with our coverage. And in the first half, we didn't do that.
Despite that lack of aggressiveness, it's still 3 of 10 on third downs, which actually helped you win the football game.
Absolutely. And on third downs, we were aggressive. So our plan was to obviously be careful with the matchups early, get him in the third down, and obviously pressure the quarterback. So that third down plan was right on, but the first and second down plan, the first half was way too cautious.
Quarterback group in general, Chris, Roby, and the 2 guys rotating as a third. Is the cohesiveness and the communication, is it where you want to be?
Absolutely. I mean, yesterday our problems wasn't in zone, it was more in man-free coverage, and that's man-on-man. So, I mean, they got to have the confidence to go up there and challenge whoever, 12, 88, and play technique and trust the pass rush. And yesterday we didn't do that.
We had the 2-minute drill with no timeouts,
Yeah.
80 yards, actually 90 yards. Could you just describe, they were talking about this football 101
Yeah.
in the locker room. What is that about exactly?
Every Friday, we have football 101, and we basically put our team in one big room and we talk through situational football, like 2-minute and 4-minute and different penalties and those things. So I was proud of our guys, how they reacted to that 2-minute drive with no timeouts. You watch Emmanuel, he catches a big second down pass and runs the ball to the hash, right? We have no timeouts. So if he throws it outside, that guy throws to the hash, and that's 5 seconds. So he brings to the guy who's spotting the ball. That's 5 seconds for us. You watch Hireman on the sideline get out of bounds. You watch 81, gets 10 more yards and gets out of bounds, and the clock stops. So those guys were very aware that we didn't have any timeouts, and they played it smart.
Chris Harris's play inside, has he become almost indispensable inside to the point where you can't have him shadow a top corner for an entire game?
No. Ropey plays nickel also, so if we chose to do that, he can do that. But Chris played well, in my opinion. I mean, he did some good things yesterday, but obviously we can match him if we had to match him.
You got Josie in there at the end of the fourth quarter instead of Brandon Marshall. What do you like about that package? And how do you think
Josie played good football, and it wasn't about B. Marsh. It was more about Josie, and he played good football. And we're playing more nickel now, so those guys are playing more snaps. Last year we played more dime defense, so our backers didn't play as much. So now we would like to have a three-man rotation between Todd and B. Marsh and Josie, you know. That way they're playing probably 40, 45 snaps and not 60 snaps.
Coach, you committed a few mistakes today, yet you're 2-0. How encouraging is that moving forward?
It's very encouraging. But, you know, I mean, you're obviously 2-0, but you can't ignore the mistakes. You know, you have to go back and fix the mistakes and fix the issues because you can't be naive. You know, we're going to play teams that are going to always give us their best shot, you know, so we have to correct the mistakes moving forward so we continue to win. If not, you're fooling yourself if you keep making the same errors on tape.
For a few more for the coach?
Challenging that spot, and winning that challenge, right?
Yeah.
How much did that help you with the clock to get that?
That was huge. That saved us about 39 seconds. You know, obviously, the challenge, you know, it was clear in my opinion that he was a little short. But, you know, at that point of the game, you know, I'm going to challenge or get timeout anyway. So the challenge was huge for us to get a challenge and get the clock stopped. So it kind of solved two problems, you know, with one challenge.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Okay.
Appreciate it.